Daniel Lorenzetti is a present-day American photographer, journalist, and explorer. He started out as a journalist for several magazines and even got to intern for the executive office in the White House in the 1980s. However, his passion is in transmedia storytelling, the concept that uses multiple media platforms to tell a narrative over time. He and his wife created the company Image Exhibition in the 1990s. Their goal, photographically document and preserve ancient places and indigenous ways of life that with the passage of time might otherwise be lost forever. It is global visual artifact gathering. Most of his images are in exhibitions and books. His most famous work is the book titled Birth of Coffee, which was published in 2000. There are 100 different duotone or sepia tone photographs of the process of coffee in 8 different countries. The pictures cover the entire coffee industry from when the seed reaches the ground to the time it is sold across towns and cities around the world. I will mainly focus on the photos of this book, but Daniel Lorenzetti has other photographs and placed them on the Image Exhibition website. The first photo I chose was In the Ground, Guatemala, taken in between the years of 1998 and 2000. This photograph is duotone, allowing the viewer to look at 2 subjects, the plant and the hands. The hard lighting allows us to not only detect the softness and health of the leaves, but also the wrinkles and dirt on the hands as well. The camera angle was also set as head-on, so we can put ourselves on the same level as the planters. The lighting, color composition, and camera angle presents the idea of how delicate and nurturing a planter is in order to start the process of coffee. In the photograph titled Bahian Migrants, Brazil, Lorenzi places an identity to the coffee we drink today. The man standing before you is a bean picker in the plantation in Brazil. The composition is head-on, allowing you to focus on the man first, and then the coffee plants around him. The complementary colors also make you look at the shirt because it is the brightest color out of the entire photograph. The side lighting in this photograph also allows the viewer to observe the wrinkles and edges to his face, bringing a sense of experience and hard labor. His face also presents almost a frown, displaying some sort of stress towards the intensity of his work. Daniel Lorenzetti wants you to look at the man's face and read his struggles. However, this is an example of interpretive photography because you cannot tell what he's thinking about. Rain Girls, Sulawesi, Indonesia, is most popular photograph from Daniel Lorenzetti's book. This picture is a perfect example of background control. The background fades the landscape out until the viewer sees 2 silhouettes of 2 girls carrying and filling large coffee bags up a large plateau. The composition is the rule of thirds because the closest defined subjects are on the right side of the picture. This work's multimodal theme is defined as challenging. It can be interpreted that the girls must have traveled miles to deliver the bags to the hill. This is breathtaking and also troubling to see. The process of coffee started out in the most humblest of beginnings. Daniel Lorenzetti's The Birth of Coffee provides the viewers with an awareness of how little the business of coffee has changed behind the scenes. Daniel Lorenzetti's photographs follow a mix of aesthetically evaluative, explanatory, and descriptive photography. He uses these types to highlight the people behind the coffee industry and the beauty of the landscape. Placing all the photographs in sepia tone also brings a feeling of age because the agricultural techniques they have used have been the same for centuries. It also allows the viewers to understand the emotions and thoughts going through the workers' minds. This book might also raise awareness of difficult conditions coffee workers tread through. It can create reforms in the future. Lorenzetti's photos are like glimpses of history frozen in time, allowing the past to be remembered and not disappear forever.